This is FilmBookCast.
FilmBookCast.
FilmBookCast, the official podcast of FilmBook. Get ready for the latest in film news, TV show news, and theatrical reviews. FilmBook's podcast starts now.
Hey everyone, and welcome to FilmBookCast, the official podcast of FilmBook. My name is Chris Banks. If you're tuning in for the first time, what I do on this episode is discuss the latest film and TV show news. I also review an in-theater film. You can find more about FilmBookCast on film-book.com by using the search term FilmBookCast. You can also email us at podcast@film-book.com with FilmBookCast in the subject line. Let's jump right into it this week. Let's check out some TV news for this week. HBO Max has given a pilot order to Dead Boy Detectives, a series based on the DC comic characters created by Neil Gaiman. Written by Yoki, the one-hour series would follow the Dead Boy Detectives Charles Rowland and Edward Payne. They decided not to enter the afterlife in order to stay on Earth and investigate crimes involving the supernatural. In some more TV news, some tough news for the Republic of Sarah fans as CW has canceled the series after just one season. There will be no second season for the Republic of Sarah, as CW has canceled the series after just one season, executive producer Jeffrey Paul announced on Instagram today. Thank you so much to everyone who watched and who let our little show enter their lives. It means the world to us. Please tune in Monday and help say goodbye to Greylock. Disappointing news for the Republic of Sarah fans. The last bit of TV news we'll cover this week is coming from Paramount Plus, and it's about the Godfather series. The upcoming Godfather series, Joseph Russo is set to play Crazy Joe Gallo, opposite of Miles Teller and Matthew Goode in The Offer. The series about the making of The Godfather is called The Offer. The 10-episode event series is written and executive produced by Nicky Toscano, who also showruns. Very exciting news for the upcoming series The Offer. Alright, let's switch up gears and head on over to some film trailers that I saw for this week. What a cool trailer for Halloween Kills. Have you seen this trailer? It's coming out October 15th. It's directed by David Gordon Green. Jamie Lee Curtis is back, and the film looks amazing. It's a trailer like I've never seen before because it kind of drops you into the movie, it feels like, and it's something that I've just never seen before. I feel like it's the future of movie trailers, but go check out the trailer for Halloween Kills. It looks like it's going to kill. It comes out October 15th, and check out the trailer now. Another trailer that dropped this week, did you see Red Notice? It's debuting on Netflix on November 12th. It stars, who doesn't want Ryan Reynolds and The Rock to team up, right? Check out the trailer for Red Notice. Red Notice is a global alert to hunt and capture the world's most wanted. But when a daring heist brings together the FBI's top profiler and two rival criminals, there's no telling what will happen. Check out the trailer for Red Notice. It'll debut on Netflix November 12th. Rounding out the week in movie trailers is a very cool movie from Martin Scorsese. It's directed by Paul Schrader, and it's called The Card Counter. It stars Oscar Isaac, Tiffany Haddish, Willem Dafoe, and many others. It's about a gambler and former serviceman who sets out to reform a young man seeking revenge on a mutual enemy from their past. He just wants to play cards. His Spartan existence on the casino trail is shattered when he's approached by Kirk, a vulnerable and angry young man seeking to help execute his plan for revenge on a military colonel. Tell sees his chance at redemption through his relationship with Kirk. Check out the trailer for The Card Counter. It'll debut September 10th in theaters. That's it for movie trailers. Let's head on over to some TV trailers now. Debuting on Netflix September 7th is a series that caught my eye. It's called On the Verge. It stars Julie Delpy, Sarah Jones, Alexia Landau. It's about four women, a chef, a single mom, an heiress, and a job seeker dive into love and work with a generous side of midlife crisis in pre-pandemic LA. It looks like a funny series. Check out the trailer for On the Verge. It'll debut on Netflix September 7th. Another TV trailer that caught my eye is coming in November, a little later in fall, by Paramount Plus, and it's called Mayor of Kingstown. Check out the trailer. It's Academy Award nominee Taylor Sheridan. It follows the McCluskey family, power brokers in Kingstown, Michigan, where the business of incarceration is the only thriving industry. Tackling relevant themes, the series provides a stark look at their attempt to bring order and justice to a town that has neither. Check out the trailer for Mayor of Kingstown. It'll debut on Paramount Plus November 14th. The last TV trailer we'll look at this week is from USA and Sci-Fi. Chucky's back, this time in TV form. Chucky series, where we meet Jake, played by Zachary Arthur. He stumbles across a familiar-looking doll at a local yard sale. Little does he know, he's about to make a horrifying discovery. Watch the trailer for Chucky. It'll debut October 12th on Sci-Fi and USA. Let's switch up gears and head on over to some film news for this week. Denis Villeneuve's Dune just had its world premiere at the Venice Film Festival Friday evening. And the 2021 adaptation of Frank Herbert's 1965 sci-fi classic earned a 7-minute standing ovation. Deadline was present and timed the applause, which ended only after the director humbly indicated that it was time to go. Deadline's Pete Hammond called the film a spectacular and defining version of the sci-fi cult classic. Conversely, there are also reviews that have come out of the premiere of Dune that say that the film underwhelms, so it'll be interesting to see what the film actually is when it comes out October 22nd. The Warner Brothers legendary epic pick is billed as Part 1 and will be released domestically October 22nd in theaters and also on HBO Max. In more film news, it looks like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is going to smash opening day box office totals and will probably be on track for a very good weekend total. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings looks like it will be earning one of the best weekends we've seen all year. So very hopeful box office news for Disney and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. We will be reviewing the film next week. Rounding out the week in film news is some casting news. Jimmy O. Yang and Luis Gerardo Mendez join Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg in upcoming Netflix film Me Time. Me Time is about a stay-at-home dad played by Kevin Hart who finds himself with some me time for the first time in years while his wife and kids are away. He reconnects with his former best friend, played by Mark Wahlberg, for a wild weekend that nearly upends his life. No word yet on when the film will premiere. Alright, for this week's movie review, we're checking out The Protege. I know you thought I was going to do Candyman, but if Michael Keaton's back on screen, I have to go see this movie. The Protege is about a rescued child who was rescued by a legendary assassin, and his name is Moody. Her name is Anna, and she's one of the world's most skilled contract killers. However, when Moody is brutally killed, Anna vows revenge for the man who taught her everything she knows. As Anna becomes entangled with an enigmatic killer, their confrontation turns deadly, and the loose ends of a life spent killing weave themselves even tighter. The Protege stars Maggie Q, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Keaton, and many others. I'm not too familiar with Maggie Q, but when I saw the trailer for this film, regardless if Keaton was in it or not, I was going to go see this film. And I'm happy to report that this is a non-stop, action-packed, really well-written, really well-acted action flick. It's directed by Martin Campbell, and I'm not too familiar with his work. I'm going to have to go dig into what he's done before, because the film is very effective in what it does, right? This is an action-packed, never-stopping, evolving story, and how we get dropped into it is great, how it ends is great, and everything in between is great. There's really no weak point in this film. Maggie Q is an incredible actor. She plays this girl Anna, who we get a nice understanding of her backstory. Anna's backstory actually gives her tremendous character and tremendous texture, and we understand why she is the way she is, which, when you're telling an assassin movie, I wasn't really expecting. So it's a really well done aspect of the film, is how Anna's story is told. She's incredibly powerful and well done character, because you end up empathizing with Anna, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. The camera angles in this film are amazing. They help tell the story, and it's honestly, I'm going to have to dig in, like I said, to what Martin Campbell's done, because what he does with the camera helps tell the story. And the lenses are so high-end now that sometimes actors can look like props or, objects. And because of that, you're actually given so much more power as a director to help tell your story in different ways. And Campbell uses the camera in a very effective way. It's really exciting the way he uses the camera. And you're going to have to watch the movie to see what I mean by that. But this movie never stops. It is action-packed. It's adrenaline-filled, and it's also a good story. Michael Keaton, I think, is used brilliantly in this role. What a perfect film for him to come back into this kind of, tightly choreographed type film, because I want more. I want much more. I want much more from Maggie. I want much more from Keaton. I want to see more from Campbell. I would give it an overall 8 out of 10. I think it's a tremendous film. I think that Maggie Q is an incredibly powerful and effective actor. It's great to, no matter what you see Samuel L. Jackson in, it's great. And it's really awesome to see Michael Keaton back on screen like this. I try not to give away too much of the plot because I want you to go see the movie. I want you to go to the theater. This is just in the theater, so you're going to have to go out and watch the film. And I highly recommend it because I know there's another action movie that just came out, but this is a really well done film. I can't speak on how the 10 Rings are yet. I haven't watched it yet. But The Protege is a very solid movie. Great writing, great acting, amazing camera angles, amazing presentation for the film. Wait till you see it. It's really well done, and it's not too long, not too short. It's just right. Go check out The Protege. It's playing in theaters. Probably not for too much longer, unfortunately. The ratings aren't as good as the movie is, I think. It's just a really fun ride, and it's a really well done piece, and I highly recommend seeing it. And I hope you like it as much as I did. Thanks so much for checking us out this week. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of FilmBookCast. You can find more of my work on film-book.com. Just search for Chris Banks or FilmBookCast. You can also find me on Twitter. I'm at cbanksy. That's S-E-E Banksy. And I'm on Instagram, at the Chris Banks. If you listen to this podcast on iTunes or another podcast service, please consider rating and reviewing this episode. If you're listening to this podcast on our YouTube channel, FilmBook Podcast, please like our video, subscribe to our channel, and leave us a comment in the comments section. It really helps other people discover our podcast. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/filmbook. Your support helps us create more engaging content. You'll find our Patreon link below in the description. If you want to tweet about this podcast, please do. Use the hashtag FilmBookCast. Tune in next week for the next episode of the FilmBookCast. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you then.